What is going on, guys? Mark here with Reaper Airsoft, and today we're going to do a little bit of an overview look at the GHK gas blowback AR box. This is a direct drop-in replacement for a version 2 gearbox and electric AEGs. I've seen majority of these done on the combat machine model. In fact, G&G has their own branded version of this. And we actually ordered this to replace the top cylinder of a customer's because he actually broke his air cell nozzle section off screwing around with it. So we're going to open this up, go over some of the stuff in here, and get you guys an idea of what the kit comes with. As always, you get instructions. It's from GHK, and most of it, you know, you can tell its main language is Chinese. It's probably going to be pretty bad English on the translation, but you will get the idea from all the images of what actually needs to happen and how to install it. You know, it'll show you everything you need to know. It's instructions. Obviously, it comes with it, but none of you are going to look at it, so we don't need these. You do get a mag with this kit, and this kit does retail for about $75, so you get the mag and the gearbox. That way your gun will function pretty good right out of the box. Everything's here, everything you need. So the mag, typical GHK gas blowback mag. You should be able to use any of the G&G mags too. Let me get that off to the side. And we're going to look at, this is the gearbox itself. This is a drop-in gearbox. It's a two-piece design. So in order to take your gearbox out of your gun, you got to remove the front and back body pin when you disassemble. If you don't remove the back body pin, the upper is just going to stay on the lower. Now the lower is a drop-in replacement. You know, just drop straight into your lower receiver. Big screw so you can use any pistol grip you want. You don't have to go to a gas blowback grip. You can use your AEG grip straight through the motor hole. The only thing you do have to change on your lower when you put this assembly in is your selector switch lobe inside. Normally it's the rounded lobe. You need to put the slotted one, which comes with the kit. Let me open this up and I'll show you guys the slotted lobe. You'll use your same exact selector switch and everything else with it except the lobe. And this is the replacement lobe that goes in. Let's see if I can balance this without, nope, I'm going to lose it. There's a slot. One more time. One more time. There's a slot in this ridge. Lines up with these ridges. That way you can get your safe semi full auto. So that's the only thing you have to change on your lower when you drop this in. Now your upper, you notice there's the nozzle for the gas. Everything does cycle, so it's sort of a blowback. I think this is considered more the closed bowl than anything else. These cycle pretty nice and pretty reliably, especially with the mags. What are these, the green gas? I want to say I've seen them in green gas and CO2. But in order for you to use this, you're going to need to change up your hop-up too. It does come with its own hop-up assembly. You notice the hop-up's a little lower. This is to help with the mag itself. The mag lip sits a little bit higher. The mag lip will sit a little bit higher in the gun. And then your pressure nozzle, everything will sit down into the mag assembly itself. So your hop-up has to be swapped out in order to use this kit. And it does come with everything for your hop-up to be useful. Now, like I said, we did order this kit to swap out one of the combat machines who already has one of these installed from G&G. So I'm going to set this up on the laptop and try not to break anything else. Push the front out, maybe. Sorry, bumping wires to my phone. So we're going to pop the upper off. And as you guys can see, there's already a lower in here. And this is G&G's pre-made setup. You pull the trigger, get everything up. And it looks all the same. It looks basically one for one exactly what G&G already has in there. So I'm assuming same OEM, same everything. So compatibility from GHK to G5. Or the GHK series to the G&G series should be the same. What we needed to do is we actually needed to drop the upper on So like I said, you got to push out the back pin to put the upper in. And I prefer when I put the guns together. Try and do this on camera. I had to pop out the pin. Set it down and slide it back. Normally, if you cock that, it makes it a little bit easier to get it all in. There we go. Once it's in position and lined up, you can throw your back receiver pin in, and it locks into place. Now, charging handle will hook on top. And everything will sit in there normally. The only other thing you really have to change is the stock mounting screw, because it doesn't come through the gearbox anymore. They actually give you a buffer tube bracket. You have to take a screw through the back side of the gear body of the gun into the buffer tube to hold the buffer tube in place. So there's not a lot of modifications. Nothing's too crazy, nothing's too major. You don't have to deal with any of the spring assemblies. Here's the hop-up assembly already in his. Like I said, we're just replacing the upper receiver because, where's his at? He broke off the air nozzle on his, so we're just swapping the upper. So this is G&G branded instead of GHK branded. It's the same thing. Compatibility's there, everything else is there. So if you guys have or need a replacement, or you just wanted to buy an extra mag and have spare parts, the GHK kit will work perfectly for you. When I install these, I prefer to do it with the gun upside down. That way everything stays in place when you're putting it in. Push out his body pin. Slide everything together, and we're good to go. Now, yeah, he's got his dust cover too, but as you shoot this, as you pull the trigger, everything will cycle back, everything will slide back, maybe. There we go. Doesn't go much with the charging handle. You guys get the idea. Pretty simple install. Overall build quality, these kits aren't bad for what you paid for them. I want to say G&G's combat machines with these pre-installed were about $150, so right around the normal combat machine price point. So it's not too bad. Not my personal preferred choice of a gas blowback system, but if you need a gas blowback system on a budget, or you want the ability to swap back and forth from a gas blowback system to an AEG system whenever you want, with just swapping the gearbox, this is probably the best kit. Compatibility wise to other brands, I'm not quite sure. You may have to do some modifications. The combat machines, I am pretty sure they just took the internals out and swapped over everything they needed, and it was good to go. You guys have any questions on this system, leave a comment below and I'll try and answer them best that I can. But like I said, overall good budget system. $75 conversion, take your AEG to a gas blowback is I consider it reasonable. I'm not going to say it's not like buying a $400 KWA gas blowback system or any of the other really expensive gas blowback guns. This is designed to be a gas blowback on a budget, so don't expect it to perform as high end or anything else as some of the higher tune quality builds. But for what it is, $75 kit, if you've already got the gun, it's a good buy. I'm not gonna lie, they're nice. They have some nice kick to them too. It's not like some of the higher end gas blowbacks, but it does give you that little bit of a kick. Overall, it's like I said, it's worth the $75. You guys could like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Any questions, leave them down in the comments below. You guys have a good day and call your hits.